Republicans are having a really hard time processing Trump's Georgia indictment. Senator Lindsey Graham said the case should be decided at the ballot box, quote unquote, rather than by a bunch of liberal jurisdictions, while Kevin McCarthy accused Fani Willis of carrying out a desperate sham. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight, according to Vanity Fair. Senator Lindsey Graham responded to Trump's fourth and latest indictment Monday with a radical extrajudicial demand that voters, not prosecutors or juries, should decide the former president's legal fate. The American people can decide whether they want him to be president or not, Graham said on Fox News after Trump was charged in a spiraling racketeering case stemming from his attempt to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 electoral victory in Georgia. This should be decided at the ballot box, not a bunch of liberal jurisdictions trying to put the man in jail. The South Carolina Republican also attacked Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, who is black, by the way, and that's the only reason why she's being attacked, arguing that her office is too trivial to prosecute a former president. You have opened up Pandora's box to the presidency, he said. This whole exercise of allowing the county prosecutor to go after the former president of the United States will do a lot of damage to the presidency itself over time. Given that Willis is a state-level prosecutor and not a federal one, Trump would be unable to pardon himself should he reclaim the presidency after any conviction in Fulton County. Senator Ted Cruz, that bigot, a Republican from Texas, was similarly apologetic. I'm pissed at these over and over again if they're indictments tonight. It'll be the fourth indictment of Donald Trump, the conservative lawmaker told Fox News' Sean Hannity on Monday night. This is disgraceful. Our country's over 200 years old. We've never once indicted a former president or a candidate or a leading candidate for president. And this is Joe Biden, and this is the Democrats weaponizing the justice system because they're afraid of the voters. In the lower chamber house, Kevin McCarthy, a California Republican, claimed in a social media post that the Biden administration has weaponized government against his leading political opponent to interfere in the 2024 election, before accusing Willis, a radical DA in Georgia, of following suit in the hopes of advancing her political career. Americans see through this desperate sham, he said. You know what's appalling about what I'm reading? They totally ignore the insurrection that occurred on January 6th. And they totally ignore all the corruption that has taken place around the country by Trump and his allies. They totally ignore the fact that they're dealing with black prosecutors and black attorneys and black district attorneys. And when they say the American people, black people, they're not talking about us. They're talking about the MAGA racists and the MAGA bigots. That's who they're talking about. They don't care if this man is convicted or not. They just want power and they want control. Aside from Trump, who is the GOP's current presidential frontrunner, a collection of his former attorneys, Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, and Jenna Ellis, are named in the 41-count indictment. Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and numerous so-called fake electors were also charged. They are fake electors. In a Truth Social post shared early Tuesday morning, Trump described Willis as an out-of-control and very corrupt district attorney and claimed the case has been rigged to keep him out of office, refusing to back away from the false claims that landed him in Willis's crosshairs. He then vowed to exonerate himself. By releasing a large, complex, detailed, but irrefutable report on the presidential election fraud which took place in Georgia. And there is the problem. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.